In Ottawa and Toronto, when you commence a lawsuit, you must go through a process called mandatory mediation. What that means is that shortly after the lawsuit begins, the parties must come together before a mediator to try to settle or resolve the claim. The mediator is an independent person, typically a lawyer, who tries to facilitate settlement between the parties. Everything that is said at mediation is entirely off the record and privileged. In other words, if you offer to settle your claim at mediation for, let's say, $100,000, and the mediation fails, you don't settle your claim. The other party cannot then say at trial, well, you were prepared to settle at mediation for $100,000. Everything is off the record and privileged. What happens at mediation is that all the parties are in a room together, which is called the plenary session. And the mediator explains the nature of the mediation. After the mediator makes the opening remarks, the plaintiff will generally begin. The plaintiff will basically say what her case is all about, what happened to her in the accident, how her life has been changed by the injuries she suffered in the accident, including changes to her occupation, her day-to-day activities, her relationship with her family, and any other significant changes that occurred in her life since the accident. After the plaintiff is finished, the defendant, oftentimes an insurer, will have the opportunity to say some words. Oftentimes the insurer will say why he doesn't think the claim is a good claim, because his client, his insured, was not at fault, or that the plaintiff is exaggerating her claim. Both parties give their views in the plenary session. Once that is completed, the mediator will separate the parties into separate rooms, what is called the caucus. And at that time, the mediator will go back and forth between the rooms, try to bring offers to settle back and forth in an attempt to fully resolve the case. If the mediator is successful in resolving the case is over, and that's the end of the lawsuit. If mediation does not result in a settlement, then the lawsuit proceeds to the next step, being a pretrial with a judge. The majority of cases do settle at mediation.